Yesterday, I had an interview with the director, Castile, and she was talking to me about the intimacy coordinators on set. So I would like to know from you what that's like to have them. From what I'm gathering, it's like a pretty big deal to have them there, and that it's also for the actors very important to have those people on set. So if you can elaborate on that.
We didn't have an intimacy coordinator on the first and the second film. We had a wonderful one called, her name was Corinne, and she wasn't on set on the third film because of COVID. Unfortunately, she couldn't be on set, but we did work with her once or twice before we started shooting to choreograph those scenes, and I think it's incredibly necessary. I think that sex scenes are just like fight scenes, and they should have choreography, and they should have a separate party to do that choreography.
Mm-hmm.
You started talking about intimacy coordinator and sex scenes, and I would like to ask, what was the most awkward moment in maybe this part of the films or previous parts during?
Yeah, well, I think I'm not sure we really had any awkward moments during the sex scenes in this film. I think any awkward moments that probably happened during filming were other things, like maybe someone missed a line, or they, tripped or sat on a chair and the chair broke. I think we were lucky that we didn't have a lot of those moments during the more intimate scenes.
I just want to give the readers an idea of what it looks like to have a coordinator on set and to do those scenes, because she was talking about that there are screens that are being put up while you guys are doing scenes like that, and that even the guy who does the sound, that he looks away when there are scenes like that, because it is a little bit uncomfortable and they don't want to intrude, so to speak.
I'm sure that's the case. I probably just am not aware of that because I'm the one in the scene. So I'm not usually looking at the sound guy when we're in those scenes. But I'm sure she's telling the truth. I'm sure that's accurate.
Okay. And were there any deleted scenes that you regret were deleted?
Yes. Yeah, there's a scene in the third movie that I don't think I can really say what it is, but I feel like I do wish it was there, just because personally I felt like it gave a lot of context to the next scene. But I think that's always the case. Sometimes you shoot stuff and you go, oh, I wish that was in, or I wish that they didn't include that. But yeah, I think that's not up to me. And I think they've done a great job with what they have.
Just wondering what they have planned. Is there going to be an actual, in-person premiere with a red carpet and everything? Or are you guys going to have to look forward to something virtual?
I don't think don't quote me on this because I'm not sure, but I don't think there's a premiere as far as I know, but I would love for there to be one, because again, the fan base for these books and these films is just so large, and we really haven't gotten to see them or interact with them since the first movie, because the second and the third are coming out during COVID. So I would love personally for there to be a premiere if that's possible, but it just depends on, I guess, if it's safe to do so.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any upcoming projects except After We Fell?
I have a film that should be coming out next year called The Evolution of Nate Gibson, but there's nothing at the moment that I'm working on, and I think that's probably because of what I mentioned earlier, that I'm very good at finding a reason to take note of things.
Okay.
Great. I think they just gave us the wrap, so thank you so much for answering all our questions. I really appreciate it.
You guys.